Hey guys, I'm Rose.
And I'm Ellen.
And you're listening to And They Were Roommates. Oh my god, they were roommates.
Hey guys.
Hi guys.
Face reveal.
Yeah, face revealed. Guess who's Ellen and guess who's Rose?
That's Ellen. Nah.
I don't think we sound remotely alike.
Yeah, I kind of sound like a 12-year-old going through puberty.
Right now.
Yeah, because I'm recovering from a cold, but I'm feeling a lot better. But if you hear a distant wheeze...
It's her.
Yeah. Poor Rose has been dealing with me in my sleep.
It sounds like there's zombies in the room. But we're sleeping. Anyways. What's the title of today's episode?
What is the title?
What just happened, last Monday?
Valentine's Day. So, today's episode we're going to be talking about our love lives, our history of love, I guess you can say, and just taking a little trip down memory lane. Now, if I stutter a lot, I'm sorry. Apparently, I've never been on live television before.
That's our dynamic. That's why the name of the podcast is literally a Vine reference.
Yes, because Vine is just ingrained in our minds. That's my whole personality is Vine. So, and I'm not mad about it. It's part of our history as Gen Z. No. Okay. So
very inspirational. Almost shed a tear. Not gonna lie.
Shed a tear. Yep.
Not gonna lie.
If you see me doing this a lot, this is me being anxious.
Let's introduce them.
Okay, you can go first.
Okay. So this is Blue. I was at Target when I got her with my boyfriend, and she was originally gonna be for him, but I got him a Valentine's Day one, which is really cute, and it was bigger. So he gave me this one, and it sounds like it says WTF sometimes.
It does.
I don't know if I can get it. Ready? It's that one.
This is Appa. My mom got me him, I think 2 Christmases ago. I'm a huge Avatar: The Last Airbender fan, so, I was very happy to get this, yep. So, it's a cuddle partner. Usually, how it works, giving you a
This is literally BTS, bro, yeah.
BTS. I usually come up with the idea for the episode, I'll run it by Rose, and then I make a structure, just some notes and stuff to rely on.
That's the secrets of our podcast right there.
Yeah, this is the book. If you ever find a pink book that says notes, it's me, and I'm frantically looking all over for it. So I usually do that, and then Rose is in charge of editing and doing
sending it in, I submit it and everything.
Yeah, all the final touches. Censoring whenever I curse.
Whenever I curse.
And I will come up with, the description of the episode. And most of the times we come up with the title together. But today, we have our friend Mia, our live audience. She's over there. You might have heard her in our friendship episode. There's Mia.
Oh my god, my ear.
So, she is our #1 fan. She's over there.
Yeah. Look, my Yoshi. Oh, my Yoshi.
Inverted, yeah.
Yeah. This is my side of the room we're filming on. We didn't introduce Mr. Lax.
Oh
my god.
We are sitting on my...
I already cursed! Oh god.
We're sitting on... How big is this? 6 feet, I said?
6 feet.
This is a 6-foot Snorlax. I call him Mr. Lax. Not short for Snorlax, it's short for laxatives.
The laxatives you get eating dining hall food.
Yeah, no. The free laxatives you literally ingest.
It's included in our tuition. So, Rose, what is your current relationship status? Have you thought of one?
Blasts from the romantic past.
I like that.
I like that one.
Okay, so...
Brief intermission.
We
never said the name of the episode, so here you go.
Blasts from our romantic past.
Yes.
All Mia. Hail Mia.
Hail Mia. Okay, so my current relationship status is in a committed relationship. I've been in a committed relationship for 4 years now.
She's deep.
marking literally Monday.
Yep. How cute is that? Her anniversary.
Not yesterday, a week ago, yeah.
Her
It's
anniversary is Valentine's Day. So I am in a relatively new relationship, 2 months now, and so far it's been going really great. So, I guess before we go into our current relationships, I guess you should go literally blast into the past of embarrassment, because I don't know about you, but my love life was nah. So, I really hope they don't watch this. We're gonna change some names.
We got fans if they watch this.
Going all the way back, when was your first, like, crush? Like, decisive, like, wow, I really like this guy. Or girl, whatever, we don't judge.
The one that I vividly remember was kindergarten. On this kid named Paul. Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely changing names.
I thought of Paul Ryan, the politician.
The one you had a crush on?
Oh, God.
That was her first love.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Anyways, yeah. Paul. I remember in kindergarten, my teacher, she was like, oh, who wants to go help Paul get ready to go home because he was leaving early? And my hand shot up. I was like, me.
Ooh.
And I'm a good little pupil, so obviously she gave in to me and she told me I could go with him. So we're both reaching to get his folder, and I handed it to him, and he touched my hand, and he snatched it from me.
Like the vine, it's like...
Yeah, he snatched it from me. He was like, he looked at me confused, and he was like... And then...
That's your first rejection,
nothing
too.
happened. Yeah.
My first crush was in kindergarten also. Did you say preschool or kindergarten?
I said kindergarten.
Yes, in kindergarten too, with a guy named, we're going to change it to Ryan. So my crush was, he was this very tall kid. I was a very short girl, and I thought he was
You
great.
still are.
Yeah. But he, I don't know why I liked him. I just did. I was just deep. And then I think I saw him at the public library one time, and my mom was talking to his mom, and I was like, no, what's going on? I was so nervous. But I saw him a couple years later, and no, he went a little down. No offense to Ryan.
No, my crush for that kid came back in later years.
Yeah. So
That's mad funny.
so time goes on. When did you get your first kiss?
So I have a picture of me and this kid from Mexico. His name was John Paul. Kissing, and we're like 2 years old. So I guess that would be my first kiss, but like my first like actual kiss would be in 6th grade. It was off of a dare. I was dating that guy, and then I did it myself. I was like, BFF, like, do you do you dare me to kiss him? Oh yeah, okay, I'll do it. I did it myself.
She's bold.
I set myself up for
No.
success.
For success. And was it like a...
It was a yeah. So it wasn't like a horrible. Thankfully, I never had one of those experiences where it's like too much of anything.
Yeah.
You know. So
Yeah, no, gotcha. Okay. My first kiss went a little like this.
that's a bomb song. I'm not gonna lie.
No, sorry. My brain works in lyrics. My first kiss was in the 5th grade with... Gotta change the name too. Justin Bieber. I really don't care if he finds out. Like, it's a Justin name. It's whatever. The ones back in the past, we can say their names. But, so Justin Bieber and I had been dating for a couple months. We held hands around the playground and played tag together.
What grade was this?
5th grade. And we literally, the build-up to say hello in the cafeteria was insane. And then you say hello and then you'd go to your friends, oh my god, yeah, it was...
As if you met a celebrity.
I know. It was Justin Bieber, obviously. So, I remember we were underneath the playground, and I literally got peer pressured, coming to think about it, to my first kiss. There was, like, a bunch of, like, kids around us, and, they're all like chanting like kiss, 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 because they knew we were dating. So I'm just like, I like slowly leaned in, so did he, and people like pushing us together, and then it was like a peck, and then everyone dispersed. Everyone ran like, oh my god, it happened. It was weird, but I guess that was my first kiss. Nothing crazy. I was scared, but
We should go by grade and see like if anything significant happened.
okay.
Kindergarten, I think I talked about the most significant thing that happened.
Yeah. Kindergarten through 4th grade was nothing for me until 4th grade. Johnny told me he liked me, and he asked me, I don't remember if it was, will you be my girlfriend or do you like me? But it took me like 3 weeks to say maybe. I played hard to get. I was
Okay, Pokemon. Okay.
girl. Okay. So, and then he moved. So I never saw him again. Johnny, if
It's
you're
all
out there.
because you said maybe.
Yeah,
if
I
you
know.
said yes, he would have stayed.
Come on, Johnny. But 5th grade, my trust issues started with. I gotta change his name. Started with Channing Tatum because this
So
kid.
creative. I love this.
This kid Channing Tatum. He like dated me, and by dated we would just like text on Kick.
Kick, not
Yeah,
kick.
I was popular on Tick.
Tick.
But
Same.
he would like oh, like we're dating and stuff, and then the next day he would be like, oh, like I don't think we should date anymore because my mom and dad said that I can't have a girlfriend. And then I was like, okay, that's fine, like I get it. And then the next day he had another girlfriend. Yeah. Thanks,
Boo,
Channing Tatum.
Tomato,
Boo.
tomato.
Trust issues because of you. So, but all I remember of my relationship with Channing Tatum is that, oh my god, we would go to the picnic tables out at recess and sing together. Gone, Gone, Gone by Philip Phillips. So don't play that song around me because it's traumatic and I think of that. And then after that, it was Justin Bieber that I dated.
Yeah,
And then I broke up with him because we were going to go to different middle schools.
my turn. First grade. After kindergarten.
First grade? Hey.
First grade. I dated this kid. His name was Arnold. His name was Arnold, and yeah, we basically just didn't do anything much besides like we would draw on our backs like with our fingers and like try to guess it.
That's
And like
cute.
he would play with my hair and stuff. Yeah, in the
Damn.
first grade. Yeah.
First grade, I was the most teacher's pet out of all the teacher's pet.
Second grade, I don't think anything happened. Either third grade. Fourth grade, I was dating this kid. Dating again. This kid named Jared, and he invited me to his house once because it was his birthday and they had a bouncy house. He stole my jelly beans. I had jelly beans in a little cup and he took some of them.
We're coming after you,
It's
Jared.
your own jelly beans.
Return them.
And he gave me a hug though on that date, and I was like, oh my god, it was 4th grade me. I was like, oh my god, that meant so much to me. 5th grade is a little complicated. So 5th grade.
It was complicated for everyone.
Yeah, 5th grade I dated. Like, obviously those things didn't last. Like they were elementary school
Yeah.
and stuff. Like they end over dumb stuff. It's like I don't like you anymore. My bad. like you know, like stuff like that. Like it's dumb. But yeah, 5th grade I dated this guy named Ivan, and he was like really sought out after by like all the girls in my grade.
It's popular.
And I remember this one girl crying because she wanted to be with him. And then I was like, ooh, maybe we shouldn't be together because I didn't like that. And then they ended up getting together, and they said, people thought they were going to stay together for a long time, but like, that did not happen. Next was these twins.
Oh, I know this.
Their names are...
Famous twins. Cole and Dylan Sprouse.
Yeah, those are their names. First, I dated Dylan. You know, we were having a good little relationship. You know, everything was fine, and they both liked me at the same time. Forgot to say that in the beginning. But I liked one of them. Not both of them, because I'm not like that. But they didn't look exactly the same, so like...
They do. I met them in middle school.
Anyways.
They looked this. Oh, I didn't meet them ever.
No, kidding.
We went to different high schools.
We don't know each other.
Who's that?
This is randomly. We didn't choose each other.
Yeah.
Nah, so yeah, I dated him, and then one day he decides it's a good idea to be like, oh, like, I want to break up, basically, and I was like, okay, cool. Is his brother still interested? So I found out for myself, boom, I'm dating Cole all of a sudden.
Oh.
and then Dylan wants to come up to me and be like, oh, it was just a prank. Like, you don't prank someone like that. What's wrong with you? And I was like, oh, well, it's kind of late. So then I wasn't with Cole either, so I was just single after that. I think that's my fifth grade.
That's 5th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5th grade.
Don't worry, guys. It doesn't stay this consistent in middle nor high school.
6th to 8th grade. A lot of crushes, no relationships, nothing on the horizon. I always developed like crushes on guys that would like overtly try to like be nice to me, I guess. I had a crush on this guy in the 6th grade because he was one of the troublemakers, but one day he brought me a stack of books.
That's kind of cute.
Yeah, like this kid was always getting in fights and stuff, but his locker was next to mine, and he comes with The Hunger Games, The Fault in Our Stars, like just a bunch of books. He's like, hey Ellen, I know you read a lot, and my sister reads a lot too, so I was wondering if you wanted these, and I was like, yeah!
That's so adorable.
It was cute. Angel, if you're out there, no, actually I have a boyfriend, but I hope you're doing okay. But yeah, so nothing really happened, 6th grade, 7th grade, nothing, 7th, 8th-ish grade, I had a ginormous crush on one of my friends. So, it was actually kind of romantic. I don't know if I can go into the details of this because we're still friends and he's gonna know what I'm talking about, but no, you know what, because we've talked about this before. So we were both in student council together, and we would have to stay after a lot and stuff, and I literally remember one time we stayed after and the meeting ended early, so we were in like the chorus room playing piano together, and it was just us, and it was like, it was in my mind, because I was an avid book reader, and I was a huge rom-com person, I still am,
Yeah.
so like the hopeless romantic stuff was, like over the moon, so I thought that was like the most Wattpad thing ever.
Wattpad.
No. But we were just playing piano together and it was really cute. The vice principal came in though. She was like, oh guys, like this is really nice, but you guys can't be in here by yourselves. So we're like, oh sorry. I literally remember writing about it in my diary. Like it's so embarrassing. But time goes on and we never like dated or anything. We like both kind of knew that we liked each other, but like nothing ever happened of it until in freshman year. We stayed after because like we were good friends, so we would join stuff together. So we stayed after school, and he asked me out, and my response was I'll let you know, and then I ran to the bus. And the first thing I did was call my mom because I didn't know what to do. And then I talked to my dad about it. And then I just decided, like, no, like, I'm not really ready for a boyfriend. So I told him, like, no, like, I like you, but sorry. And it was actually a good decision because we stayed really good friends. And he's, like, one of my, like, best guy friends back at home. And I really hope he's doing well.
He being fake right now.
He being mad fake right now.
Don't text us no more.
I know.
We had a little group.
A bag of croissant group.
Literally.
Yeah. But yeah, he's really nice, and he actually has like this really sweet relationship now that I feel like they're gonna last a long time, so I better be invited to the wedding. But whenever we think about like middle school and stuff, that was just funny. I'm the only girl who ever rejected him because everybody and their mom loved Jonathan. Was that the name we picked?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody was so upset. He was like, for everyone because he was like smart and he wasn't a failure like No, actually, that's mean to say. Not a lot of guys were failures, but he was just, like, popular with the ladies. Because I remember, like, in, like, freshman year, in the concerts, he would, like, come out, like, with all the band people, and you would hear in the crowd, like, the bunch of girls, like, oh my god, Jonathan, hey! Like, and I'm like, no. But yeah, that was just, it was just funny. But I hope you're doing well, Jonathan. And that's all that happened for a while. And then we get into more treacherous waters for me.
Okay, so my middle school, 6th grade. There was this new kid. I think he came from another state. So there's this new kid, and I never really paid attention to him like that. I just knew he was new, so obviously everyone gave him a lot of attention. But, yeah, we had a lot of classes together, and one of them was art. In art, he was good friends with Paul. And at the time, I just probably got over my second crush on Paul, probably, and then this kid named Caden. That pained me to say. He, like, literally walks past me with a red marker, and he, like, marks my hand, and I was like, what is the point? And then Paul is all like, ooh, it's the mark of love, and I'm like, what is going on right now? And I was like, okay, whatever. But, like, this kid kept pursuing me and stuff, and so I, like, said yes to when he asked me out. And then, similar to, like, the peer pressure thing, except I didn't give in, we were, like, at gym doing laps, because, like, it's one of the easiest things to do, so we did laps, and, like, I gave him a hug, like, that was all cool, like, that's not a lot. But then some of his friends started, like, kiss, 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 and I was like, no, and I ran away from him. But, yeah, I don't know if we got over it, or that's when we broke up, because I was like, I didn't F with that. But, yeah, then I wasn't with him. Then comes this other guy, which is the guy who I said I had my first kiss with. His name is Mark. His name is Mark.
His name's Mark Anthony?
Yeah, Mark Anthony. And he, nothing really happened with him. We would always go to the Yes program together, and, like, we would always do our best so that we could go on the trips together, because they always had that. It's, like, if you do, like, good, you get to go on, like, the monthly trip, or, like, however frequent it was. And we always try to, like, go together, because it's, like, a little van, so we would always want to sit next to each other, and it's, like, you're right on top of each other, so we're just, like, there, like, holding hands and shit.
It's so cute, because, like, it's, like, the border between things being not so innocent, but also innocent.
Innocent, yeah.
It's cute.
Yeah. But, like, yeah, like I said, my first kiss was with him, and it was, like, a dare that I self-induced. But, yeah. 7th grade, I don't think anything happened in 7th grade for me, at least.
7th grade was a dry year from all middle schools. I did nothing.
Was it? It was definitely 8th grade, actually. 8th grade was when I dated this guy who was 2 years older than me. So I was in 8th grade, he was in 10th.
Oh my god, you just made me remember something.
And, yeah, his name was Eric. And, yeah, I don't know, it was like we would go to the playground on my street, and we would meet up there to, like, hug and, like, hold hands. We literally never did anything more than that. Like, literally. And that was, like, the most we would do. We would just talk and sit on the playground and stuff.
You made me remember, so it was when I was in 7th grade. I was always, like, growing up, I was, like, always super careful with, like, guys and potential boyfriends, because my parents were always telling me, like, no, you're not ready for a boyfriend, like, leave that till later, and it was for a good reason. But there was this one guy that I was friends with. It was actually not even school. It was from, like, church connections. And he was 3 years older than me. Yeah. And I thought we were cool. I thought we were just friends until Valentine's Day. This is where the start of the Valentine's Day trauma. It was a nice gesture. I am still thankful for it. But I am a girl of, what's the word? I don't like being the center of attention, right? So, since we were friends, we had agreed, like, oh, I was going to make him something, he was going to give me something. I was like, cool, like, this is a friendship exchange, like, we're friends.
Yeah, it's friendship day.
Yeah, friendship day. So, I gave him something, it was cool, like, I was fine with it. He gave me, like, one flower, and I was like, oh, thank you. And then, at the end of the church service, he was like, hey, can you come with me to the car? I have something for you. And I'm, like, shaking in my boots. I'm like, oh, okay. So I go to the car. I kid you not, a white teddy bear this big. Don't mind my double joints. And then in the middle as a heart that says I love you. And I was like, oh God. I didn't know what to say. I was like, oh, thanks. And I, like, took it and I ran to the car. And as I was walking to the car, everyone was pulling out of the parking lot. So everyone's, like, rolling down their windows and going, like, go, Ellen. And I was like, I wanted to clap.
I would have cried.
I
would have cried.
I did. I went to the car and sobbed. And I was like, why would he do this? I hate this. Like, it was... And then he was like, I thought you liked me. I'm like, we're just friends. I'm sorry. I friend-zoned a lot of people growing up. I brother-zoned a lot of guys. I'm so...
Bro, literally me too.
But, you know, a girl had to do her own thing. But yeah, that's all that happened. So no boyfriends, no nothing. And then we're gonna get to high school. You got it.
I got it? Okay.
You got it.
So, like I said, 8th grade, that thing, short-lived.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it's like an elementary school relationship. Then comes 9th grade. I'm chilling, 9th grade. I have classes with this kid, who I'm gonna give his name out. His name's Andrew. But I never really, like, noticed him. Like, I didn't, because the 9th grade was when all of our middle schools, we had 4 middle schools, like, they all combined, because it's, like, the transition to high school where all the middle schools are there.
Yeah.
So, I didn't know of him because we both went to different middle schools. They went to middle school together.
Yeah, I knew Andrew. He was in orchestra. I was also in orchestra. He was always, like, super nice. Like, I always knew him as, like, that, like, goofy, like...
Yeah, he looked goofy.
Yeah, but he was always super sweet.
Yeah. So we had English together. That's one of the classes we had together. And he does not shut his mouth. And this girl that sat behind him also did not shut her mouth during the class. And they just kept talking up a storm and laughing. And my substitute teacher, who was my student teacher in 3rd grade, crazy, I know, she had enough. And she basically asked me to move seats with the girl that sat behind him. And I was like, okay, like, whatever. And the first thing I said when I sat down over there was, I don't want to be here. So that was the first thing I ever said to Andrew.
That substitute teacher should be invited to the wedding. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna hunt her down.
Do it.
So yeah, I didn't really talk to him like that, because I was like, it's all his fault that I have to move over here away from my friends. That was my 9th grade. We started, like, I started warming up to him, like, because he was trying to, like, talk to me and stuff, because, like, obviously you're nice to, like, new people, or, like, people who you meet, so. Then we, like, started talking on Snapchat a little. He says that I left him on open, and then he double texted me, so I would text him. So we're only friends for, like, 2 weeks, and then I was like, I have a crush on someone, so you know him very well. And then he was like, who? And I was like, you see him in the mirror every day, or, like, something like that. But he still didn't get it. He's, like, oblivious, so he didn't get it. He was like, huh? What? And I'm like, bro, okay, I'm not simplifying it. And then a few days later comes Valentine's Day. Literally, we started being friends on, like, January 28th. And then Valentine's Day comes, and we're in orchestra, because we also had orchestra together, and he comes up to me, and he's like, will you be my girlfriend? And then I'm like, yeah. So I say yes, and then he's like, yes. Like, he turns to his friend, and he's like, yes. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that. But that's how we started off being in a relationship. That's why our anniversary is Valentine's Day. 4 years now.
Still dating. To give you guys context on, like, their dynamic, they're like the same person. Like, every time I'm in the room, and they just know. It's like telepathy. Like, they just know each other so well, and it works. And I always tell Rose, like, it's so cute. Like, you don't really see that type of love anymore with people our age. But it's so sweet, like, seeing them. Like, they've been together for such a long time, and they just... Such an inspiration. It's cute. I didn't do much high school. I was more, like, focused on, I had a bunch of stuff going on. I was in, like, so many clubs, and I was super into school. And I always had that voice in the back of my head from my parents, like, you're too young for a boyfriend and stuff.
Yeah.
So then in the 11th grade, I started dating this guy, who was on my fencing team. And, it was good when it started. Like, he was very nice to me. He's a good person. How do I describe this to you? We did it, like, for a couple months. And then we got quarantined, so school went online. So it was, like, pretty much like a virtual relationship, kind of. And then as time went on...
E-dating.
E-dating, yeah. I feel like kind of like trauma bonded in a way. Because quarantine is traumatic. It was very, like, pandemic happening.
Yeah, the strain.
Like,
yeah, it's surprising because, like, Andrew and I are a high school relationship. Like, that's the statistics for that are not good.
They're crazy.
They're not good. And then we also went through quarantine.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah. So we kind of, like, trauma bonded. But, I, like, realized maybe this isn't the best for me. I had a lot of problems that didn't help my brain.
Yeah.
So then, I think, like, September, October of my senior year, I broke it off. And then I was going on, doing my thing. I had, like, I'm not even gonna mention that one. Nope. We're not mentioning that one. Because it's actually, it makes me
dishonorable mention. Boo.
Dishonorable mention. We're not talking about that one. That was so bad. Then we ended up getting back together again. And dated.
Did it get better?
No. No, it didn't. But my brain... the problem with me is that I like to give people second chances a lot because I...
3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th?
Yeah. Because I just feel bad. And I... I care about the person, but I turn, like, care into love, and sometimes that's not what it is.
Yeah.
So...
Or it's a different type of love.
Yeah. And you're young, and you don't know these things, so you learn as you go.
It's a learning experience.
But, we dated until pretty much September-ish, or October-ish of my, freshman year of college. And, I'm still recovering mentally from that relationship.
Are you better?
I am, actually.
I'm glad.
Because I'm gonna fangirl that. Quesadilla. Because of my tortilla, man. Okay. Oh, God. But, that relationship ended. I was not in the greatest place, but I was trying to cover it. And then, I had this friend. I can mention his name, right? Yeah. It's whatever. Duh. So, we actually met, like, in the beginning of the semester because I had a class with him, and I thought that he was in my philosophy class because this is me doing a little no, because he's a white man, and sometimes white men look alike. But
yeah, you didn't know him that well.
No, I didn't know him. I would see, like, glimpses of him, and he lived down the hall, so I would always see him, like, pass by and stuff with this little pink hat. The pink and hat.
Yeah.
He would always, like, wear it super low and, like, be looking down when he walked and stuff. So I always thought, like, he was kind of cute, but I had a boyfriend, so I didn't really think about that. So I had a philosophy test, my first philosophy test coming up, and I was pretty nervous. I had no idea what was going on. So I came up to him after class. I remember I sat through that class thinking in my brain over, because I'm a very shy person at heart. Like, coming up to new people, like, takes a lot out of me. So the whole class, in my brain, I was like rehearsing what I was going to say. But he's very tall and he walks very fast. So as soon as class ended, he bolted out of there. But I was ready. I had my bag in hand. I was ready to follow him. And I came up to him and I was like, hey, are you in my philosophy class? He goes, no. I'm a zoology major. And I was like, okay, bye, sorry. And then it would have been nice if I ended it at bye, sorry, no. But me with my brain, I just started talking. I was like, oh, I'm really sorry, it's because you look like this guy in my philosophy class, but then I have a philosophy test, and I just genuinely don't know what's going on in the class and stuff, so I'm like talking like this. And this kid is looking at me like, oh, okay. And he literally said, good luck with that. And he walked away, and I was so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. And then after that, I kept seeing him everywhere. Like, I would, like, go into my building, and he would be leaving, or then I would go into the hall, and then he would be there, and I'm just like, okay. But, I would just see him all the time. And we actually became friends, like, after that. We'd, like, walk from class together and stuff. Sometimes we would, like, get lunch together with his friends and stuff. I would just see him around a lot. Time goes on. We end up hanging out more, like, outside of class, because he actually became, like, friends with both of us and stuff. Yeah. Which was fine. So then, after I had ended, my toxic relationship, and, we were in his room playing, like a card game, and there's an option where if you get a certain number, you have to kiss the person. So many times I'd had to give Rose a kiss on the cheek, or Mia had to, like, give me a kiss. But, I didn't know that he liked me. Everyone else kind of knew. For a long time, I didn't even know that I liked him. But everyone around me knew. So, we're partners in the game. And the thing happens, it's like a roulette thing, and he says out loud, Rose, would you like to imitate Griffin?
Griffin was like, is that the kiss number? And I was like,
and
everyone was like, way to expose yourself, Griffin.
And so I'm like, do you see how I'm flustered right now? That was my exact reaction. I kind of just, like, laughed along with everybody else, but inside I was like,
it was indeed not the kiss number.
It was very much not. So then we had to finish the game while both of us being kind of like, and he would always, like, pick me to be his partner in the game. He'd always be like, Ellen, you and me. And then he'd always, like, get close to me. But,
let's go.
Yeah,
like,
whenever we'd win something, he'd be like, wow. And then I would be like, oh, thanks. So we're hanging out, we're all listening to music, we're kind of, like, jamming and stuff. And then, so I left the room for a little bit, and his friend Maria was there. And I was like to Maria, kind of like, oh, like, kind of like, what was that, you know? And she goes, Ellen, I'm going to tell you a secret. Don't tell anybody I told you this. But,
that was not the secret.
No. No, I can't spell. You're going to cut this out.
Yeah.
So Maria, she's like, I'm going to tell you a secret. So back in the beginning of the year, they were playing another card game, and I think it was called Paranoia or something, and he was supposed to say somebody he has a crush on. So he said, oh, I have this crush on this girl named Ellen, she lives on my floor, but she has a boyfriend, so... And so I was like, wow, Maria, can I tell you a secret? I kind of like him too. And so she was like, so we did a little fangirl moment. So the night goes on, and we're hanging out, and we're kind of like flirting in our own quirky, awkward way. Dorky is the best way to put it. And I'm like freaking out because I'm like in my brain, like, wow, what's going on? And I'm telling Maria, like, you know, if he were to make a move, I wouldn't be mad. Like, I kind of would accept it. So I see her like go off and kind of tell him and like finally give him the hint. Because he was doing something with his friends. And, so he comes over and we're like doing our thing. And then suddenly I kind of like see everybody like leave and like disperse. And then he turns and he looks at me and he's like, he tells me like, I really like you. And I'm like, I really like you too. Like, oh my god. I'm red. And then he was like, I want to kiss you. I'm like, me too. And he's like, I'm not gonna be a rebound though. Like, and I was like, no, you're not that. Like, you'll never be that. So then he kisses me. And that was our purpose. So, time goes on and we're hanging out more. I think what stuck out the most to me one time before we even started dating was that he told me he would watch my favorite show, New Girl, just because I told him it was good. And for me, like, that's my favorite show. And, like, saying that meant that he, like, actually really cared about, like, what I thought. And I was like, oh, cool. So the first time we hung out, we watched New Girl together. It was great. That was the best thing. But, time went on, and we're about to leave for, was that winter break? Winter break, yeah. And we went on our first date, so we went out to the lake, and it was, like, snowing. And we walked down the lake, and I brought my Polaroid, and we took, like, a picture. Let me see if I can find one. So we're walking, and then we went under this, there's, like, trees, and it's snowing. It's, like, full snowing. It's so pretty out. It looks like a movie, literally. And we're listening to music. We're just, like, talking and holding hands. And then, this is us at the lake. I don't know. I feel like a YouTuber. Oh my god. You can't even see. But, this is us in the snow. But we're under these trees, and I know the song specifically that was playing. It's Team by Lorde. And literally as that song was playing, under these, like, I felt like I was in a movie. It was all I could have ever asked for. Under these, like, nice trees and the snow's falling, he's like, do you want to be my girlfriend? And I was like,
I thought he was gonna say, do you want to build a snowman?
I'm like, yes. And then my dumb ass goes, do you want to be my boyfriend? And I'm like, okay. So he says yes.
You throw the question back on him.
Literally. So, you know, we date, and then we had to go home. But we talked all the time, and it was really nice. And we actually met up in the city. We went to Central Park Zoo, and we came back to Long Island. He actually met my family and everything, and I was so nervous, but it was great. They really liked him. And then we're dating, and it's going great. I fangirl all the time in my mind about him, and it's actually insane because I don't think I've liked someone this much, and sometimes it's like genuinely like embarrassing because that happens. What is happening in the world? But I'm very happy, and I really like him. He's great. So that's Griffin.
Anything else significant since, like, before Valentine's Day?
Before Valentine's Day.
Or you think that's it?
Oh, I forgot to say, after our first date, we came back and we ordered Zones and watched Onward. But
You guys ordered... Oh my god, never mind.
we ordered Zones on our first date. He likes Zones more than me, unfortunately. So I feel like, given the choice between a calzone and me, he would hesitate, and that makes me a little scared, but still love you, Griffin.
He folds.
I think he would rather pass out than he would snipe the calzone.
That's funny.
But yeah, so then we're up to here, but yeah.
Okay. So, we last left off, I got asked out. I think before we started dating, or like, a little after we started dating. I don't know, I get the timeline mixed up, because, I don't know, it's such a short amount of time before we were friends, and then we started dating. Like, we went to get our instruments, and we got let out of class a little early because we're gonna get our instruments, and I had to go on the bus. And he walks home, but he just came with me because he had to get his viola, and I played cello. So we're on our way, and like, I don't know what we were talking about, but we just like hug. I don't know what led to it, but like we hugged like twice, I think. And yeah, I remember him telling me like it was significant.
Aw.
Like he was nervy. I was nervy too though.
I'm always nervous around her.
Yeah. And then our first kiss, I kissed him first.
As you should.
Yeah. Girl power. Anyways, I was like, oh, you know how like people do like the fake kiss, like in like K-dramas, or like some people do on YouTube too. So I do it, right? And then I did it once with it, and I'm pretty sure that I went in for a second time. I was like, he was like, what? How do you do that? I was like, oh, I'll do it again. But the second time, I moved my fingers, so I just kissed him, and then I went on the bus. I remember he was like, but before that, he kissed me on the cheek. Like we were passing in the hallway. He was like, I have to tell you a secret, and then he gave me a kiss on the cheek instead. And
That's cute.
I was with Jennifer Aguilar.
Mm.
And she was like, oh my god, and I was like, oh my god. I literally posted on my story. I was like, oh my god, we're both so shook right now, like oh my god.
That's so cute.
Yeah. And then our first date, I don't know, like an official first date. I remember we went to the movies, and then I leaned against the seat, and I was wearing light wash overalls, and my overalls got like stained with like chili, bro. So it looked like I myself. And so he made fun of me, but like it was kind of funny. But at the same time, I was like, why would this happen to me? I know, I was so sad. But that was like our first like date, I guess, or like that I can like vividly remember like the whole thing.
So, fast track into the huge event, holiday, per se, that our society has, Valentine's Day, which happens to be their anniversary, so it's like an extra big day. How was your Valentine's Day this year? To wrap up. Seriously.
Okay. My Valentine's Day this year, honestly, my whole Valentine's weekend was like kind of a show. So on Saturday,
She had her nails done.
Yeah, on Saturday, I think we were gonna go get my nails done, but it was late. Chipotle closes at 10. We got to Buffalo at like 9 something. We go to Chipotle. It's closed, but like there's bad things that happen, and then there's like a good thing that happened. So we decided to like look for something else. I kind of want sushi, not gonna lie. So we looked for a sushi spot. And they have other stuff that's really good. So Andrew, because he doesn't really like fish like that, like he's like trying to warm up to it, which like I appreciate, because like he's so iffy with fish. But yeah. So he gets a meal. I get my sushi, and it's so bomb. We're eating in the car. We're watching anime together. It was so nice. Like it was a nice little like welcome, take a break from that long drive, and then we go back to his room. We're fine. Go to sleep, wake up. Sunday. What happens Sunday? I don't think anything bad happens on Sunday, but like, yeah, I got my nails done. I don't know. They have like hearts on the end of them. And then this is like, the Ace of Hearts card, which is really cute, and it's kind of like, it has an A on it, and Andrew's name starts with an A, so I was like, it's kind of cute. Like, it's kind of like a double meaning.
That's cute.
Yeah, but like we get there like half an hour late to our appointment, so I guess that was like the bad thing. Like we were like, our timing was so off. We had to do laundry. Yeah, that's why Sunday was a busy day. We had to do laundry and stuff, but we got the room clean. We did the laundry and stuff, so we were fine. Next day, Monday. You know how excited I was to wear my shirt. I was like, I've saved this shirt for so long, so I go to put it on Monday. It's not in my bag. I left it in my closet here. I cried. I literally cried. I was like, I tried so hard not to cry because I didn't want to be sad, because it was our anniversary, obviously. I literally couldn't stop myself from crying. I was like, I want to wear that shirt so bad, and he was like, it's okay, like, you can wear it when we get back to Oswego. Like, when I drop you off, you can put it on. Like, I'll stay long enough for me to see it. And I was like, okay, but I was still sad. But that day, we decided to do, like, the TikTok, like, date idea where it's, like, rock, paper, scissors, and whoever wins gets to choose an appetizer or a drink or an entree or dessert. So we did that along the way. And we still have to finish it because we didn't get to. And then we came here, and he had to stay the night because it was late for him to go drive up to Buffalo, and he just left early. It was really sad, but I enjoyed our time together. What about you?
So, I had zero expectations for Valentine's Day because my first Valentine's Day was traumatic. It was not good, to say the least. It was with my previous relationship. Let's just say I ended up crying in the middle of the hall. I ended up crying a lot of places. But I cried in the middle of the hallway after school. My day was not good. So, I told Griffin, like, it's fine, like, you really don't have to get me anything, and if you do, like, thank you, like, but I like making stuff for people, and so I made, like, a bunch of little goodie bags for all my, friends, and then, for Griffin, I got him a, Rocket Funko Pop from Guardians of the Galaxy, because that's his favorite movie, and a couple of other things, like, I made, like, an origami flower and stuff, like, it was really, like, fun putting stuff together, and, like, thinking about the person, and, like, thinking about what you want to give to them and stuff. So we planned to go ice skating after we finished classes and stuff, and then we were going to order onezones, because that's what we do, and watch La La Land. So the day goes on. He tells me Happy Valentine's Day at exactly 12, which I kind of forgot about until he tells me, and I'm like, oh, thanks, like, okay. We're off to a good start. So the day goes on. I had 4 classes that day, so I ended pretty late. And it's nearing around the time where the ice skating opens, and he hasn't said anything. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm in my room. I'm like all ready. And he's like snapping me, like just as we do. And he's at the gym. And I'm like, what is he doing at the gym? So in my mind, I'm trying really hard not to get to that point. So it's getting to that point where I'm like, did he forget? So I'm like trying really hard not to be pessimistic about the holiday. And be like, no, like it's gonna be fine. Like he's probably just doing something. Like it's all good. And I'm literally nearing the point where I'm like maybe gonna cry because ice skating like opens. And I'm like, wow, like did he forget? So I'm like, tears are welling up in my eyes a little bit. When I got a phone call from him, he's like, hey, I'm leaving the gym. I'm walking back to our dorm. Are you ready to go? And I'm like, yeah, I am. So mood instantly lifted. So we went ice skating, and it was actually really fun. I'm not a good ice skater, but he made me feel very comfortable, and I didn't fall once, and we actually did pretty good. So we ice skated, we talked, we listened to the music that they were playing, and it was a really fun time. We came back here and ordered our onezones, and then I gave him his present, and he really liked it, and I was really glad. And then he gave me my present. So he actually got me a poster from this movie we saw together, but also my favorite movie, Encanto, which we talked about last week. So it's one of my favorite movies, and he knows because I told him to watch it. So it's over there on my wall. And then he also got me, we both think, so like, I got him something from Guardians of the Galaxy, and he also got me something from Guardians of the Galaxy. We did not plan this. He got me, Baby Groot. Can I get it? And knock it all over. Okay. Baby Groot. Oh god. Groot is my favorite character from Guardians of the Galaxy, so I am very excited to have this. And they got me chocolate, and I ate that up. But, I had actually gotten sparkling apple cider from Walmart, because I thought it would be funny to get in, like, toast. And then we didn't have a bottle opener, so we spent so long trying to open it. I cut my finger in, like, 2 places, And we were literally about to give up. He's like, no. Because if there's anything about Griffin is he's very stubborn. So he was working on it for a while with like a spoon and a knife. And then finally he goes over to the heater and he like goes like that, and then it opens, and it was great. And then we watched La La Land. It was a good night. And I felt very cared about. It was good.
I never said what Andrew got me. Like, obviously we've had 4 Valentine's Day together, but like the most recent one, he got me this little basket, and like he waited to ask me to be his Valentine's in person, because obviously like he knows that it's like, yeah, you're my boyfriend, but you always have to ask me to be my Valentine. Like, you know. So vice versa, I asked him to like right after. So he got me this little like basket that he made. He had like 2 cookies in there that were pink and it said "Be Mine." This little like dog, she's right here, has like red heart sunglasses and looks like my 2 dogs, Tequila and Tecate. So that's what he got him. And then he got me Undertale for the Switch, which I'm very excited about. And he got me roses. I don't know. And he wrote me a card.
It was very cute.
He got me boba when he came here. Like, obviously it was like 2.5 hours old, but it was still bussing because we don't have good boba over here. Yeah, he got me that, and I made him like a little origami box, and I like glued a heart on top of it. Glued a heart on top of that. It was like so cute. It opened and closed, and it had like little things in them, and then I would write them so they would apply to us. And it was so cute. And I wrote him 3 cards because I've done that ever since we started dating. Our first Valentine's, I'm pretty sure, I got him 3 cards, and then second, third, fourth. Tradition, you know? But, yeah. And then the second thing I was going to add is that I never talked about another milestone in our relationship, which is basically when we said I love you to each other. So, he said I love you to me first, like 2 weeks after we started dating. He was like, I don't know, he said something, he was like, stop, OMG, I literally love you, or something like that. And I was like, you love me? And he was like, huh? And we were like, huh? What? And he like remembers it because he's like, you never said it back to me. And I was like, oops. And I said it back like 2 weeks later, so it took me like a month to say it back to him. Because the only thing I said when he first said it was, hey, maybe I like you too, like, you don't know. I mean, not like you. Maybe I love you too, like, you know, because I was nervy. But then, yeah, 2 weeks later, I was able to say it back. And now, we just say it every 5 minutes.
I have the biggest crush on my boyfriend.
I know, right? Me too.
And
not your boyfriend, though. My boyfriend.
Love Andrew, but not that way.
Exactly.
I, like, always would tell them, like, I think, like, I love this guy, but I always had to hold back because I didn't want to be weird, especially, like, when we first started dating and stuff. I didn't want to move things on too fast, and,
Bro, I just said I love you 2 weeks in. She literally asked me. She was like, when did you guys say I love you to each other?
That's me in my brain, like, trying to see, like, when.
It's like, I was like, no, literally, like, normal.
Yeah.
Like, we said it before you guys did.
So I tried, like, waiting as long as possible, but, like, there'd always be times, like, I would maybe let it slip or I would think about it. Like, I think it happened, like, last week. I was like to Rose, yeah, I love Griffin, but... And then she was like, love?
Yeah, I was like...
So I kind of told him the other day because I couldn't hold it in anymore.
Hey, another milestone.
So, we're kind of just, like, cuddling, and, I was like, can I tell you something? He's like, yeah, of course. I was like, I love you, and he was like, I love you too, and I wanted to collapse, but I had to keep my composure, but I'm still freaking out. But yeah, I think, my brain is, I'm happy. We're happy gals, and I'm
Extremely.
very thankful for that. So I guess my piece of advice, before we wrap up this blast to the past, and now we're in the future. Wow, I sound so stupid. It's also 12:41 in the morning on Tuesday. It's no longer Tuesday.
It's Wednesday.
Wednesday.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
My piece of advice is Take your time.
Take it easy.
Take it easy. Go with your gut, because I didn't listen to my gut many times. That crushed me over. So, only do things you're comfortable with. And at the end of the day,
Know your worth.
know your worth and make sure you're happy.
Yeah, I guess that's what I would say too. It's like, know your worth. Like, if you feel like you're being treated unfairly or like that you would never do someone the way that they're doing you, that's a clear sign that they shouldn't be in your life.
Yeah.
You know? Because you should always have high expectations for others. Like, even if people are like, oh, like you can't always expect people to live up to your expectations. It's like, okay, but, like, they should. Like, especially if it's, like, common things. Like, basic knowledge of what, like, the type of person you should be, basically. It's how you should be.
Yeah.
So, you know? Love yourself before you
first.
try to love someone else.
That one is important. Very important. So, thank you for watching us and bearing with our faces. For a while. This episode was long. Sorry if we bored you for anything, but girls got a fangirl.
I know, right?
Girls
My
got a
man.
fangirl. And, to any of the blast from the past people, if you watch this, I hope you're okay. I hope you're happy too.
Your life.
Bing bong. Yeah. Have a good night, good
Good
morning,
night, guys.
good afternoon, wherever you
Good
are.
everything. Good day.
Good day. Good day.
Goodbye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.